Welcome again to Homegrown Veg Australia. Now, you may have seen the previous video about how I planted some brassicas, and we started them off from seedlings in egg cartons, and they had started off very well, but because the egg carton is very small, there wasn't really a good amount of space for the roots to develop and the little plants to get strong. So the seedlings, once transferred to the ground, they didn't have enough support with a good root system to take off properly. So I thought about rectifying that. We're going to do another video on broccoli again. This time we are going to be using the Marathon F1. Type of broccoli. This is a 12 to 16 week growing phase, and it says that it's good for late summer and autumn, which is exactly what we are in at the moment here in Australia. We're in late summer coming into autumn, so it's a great time to plant these. So what I also did was I got these 24 cell seed raising trays. They're a lot deeper. They're a good 12.5 centimeters deep, so there's a lot of room for the roots to get down and establish themselves, and there's a lot more seed raising potting mix in there, being able to work on the plants and give them what they need to establish a very strong foundation. So we're going to go ahead, there's 24 cells in here, so we're going to put a broccoli seed in every single one of them. This Marathon F1 broccoli comes in a 50 pack. So with 24 cells, we're going to be using just under half of the pack. So we'll open it up. Everything looks good inside here. Seeds are all clumped inside, so I'm just going to give it a good shake. There is a bit of wind around, you might be able to hear that in the background. And we just had a huge storm yesterday, which has contributed to it being very muggy. It's really hot, it's very, very humid. So unlike the seeds with the summer green broccoli, which were a small purple coloured seed, these are brown. They're a kind of brown seed. So we'll give it a go. And we're planting one seed per cell. I think with the egg carton experiment we might have planted a few of these seeds a bit too close together. There's a good amount of light about, so I can see what I'm doing properly. And even though these seeds are very small, just like the summer green variety, there's no problem with handling these. So let's hope we get a good result. I'm very keen to grow broccoli in the garden because I use a lot of it myself. Broccoli is a great vegetable to be consuming if you are a diabetic or you suffer from hypertension, and in both those situations that is exactly what my health issues are. So broccoli is great for me to have, and it can get very expensive, particularly when it's out of season, but it's not unusual for broccoli to get up around $5 or $6 Australian per kilogram. when it's really cheap, it can be around about 90 cents a kilogram. But if you're growing your own, it's never going to be as inexpensive as growing your own. There is a bit of time and effort to this, but the end result is always better. Okay, so every cell has been accounted for. I have some little black seed raising tubs here as well. I might put the excess seeds that are in my hand in them and see how they go. They also have a deep bottom so the roots can establish themselves. So I'll put 3 seeds per black tub. Okay, so the last thing we've got to do is to give the broccoli seedlings a good water. So I've got this small watering can. You're not going to need a lot. The seed raising potting mix is designed to retain water. So anything you do have there is going to be present in the soil for a while, and that's going to give the seeds an advantage in being able to sprout early. Okay, so now that's done, I'm just going to go and put them in the sun for a little bit. We've got some afternoon sunshine. It's around about 4 o'clock here in Australia. We're on the eastern seaboard, just north of Sydney, and we've got some good afternoon sun. So I'm going to put them in the sun, and that will help the seeds sprout nice and quickly. So we'll catch up again in a week's time to see how everything's gone.